So the big picture for this lesson is identity matrices and inverse matrices. We're also going to talk about matrix equations. So identity matrices, they have ones along the main diagonal and zeros everywhere else. And here are two examples, 2 by 2 and 3 by 3. The identity matrix is a multiplicative identity, so it's like multiplying by 1. Multiplicative inverses, those are two matrices that if you multiply them together, you get an identity matrix. So here's an example, matrix A and matrix B, and you can see when they are multiplied together, you get the 2 by 2 identity matrix. So that's how you can tell if you have multiplicative inverses. So then there's finding the inverse of a matrix. So what happens first is you need to find the determinant. If the determinant equals 0, there's no inverse matrix. So you do 1 divided by the determinant, and then what you do is you swap the entries as shown here, and then you switch the signs of these two, but you leave them in the same position. So it's 1 over the determinant, and then you multiply by this new matrix over here. That will give you the inverse. And matrix equations, you can have AX equals B, for example, where A, X, and B are all matrices. So matrix A is 1, 1, 3, 4. Matrix B is 2, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1. And you're trying to find what matrix multiplied by 1, 1, 3, 4 gives you this resultant matrix B. So what you do is you multiply both sides by the inverse of A to solve for the matrix X. And you can see how that all works out here. So you get 9, negative 7, 5 as your X matrix. So that's the big picture for this lesson.